All right, guys, give me a moment. I am currently trying to figure out what is causing the frame drop issues we've been having all week. I think it's a bitrate issue because I went through my actual streaming settings and for some reason my bitrate was like up to 10,000. I don't know why. So I'm trying to like knock it down slowly and see where can we adjust this at. So
Oh,
give me a
nice day we're
second.
having, isn't it?
I'm just trying to stabilize the stream.
Yeah. What? Am I right? Or am I right? Huh? Ah. Mining in the middle of a village? Who ever heard of such a thing? Check this out. Ta-da.
What do you mean there's no pound around here? Talk about paradise.
All right, I think I'm somewhat getting it stabled. We're down to 11.1% in frame rate drop issues, but it's
Dog could
slowly
get
steeping
used to
down.
a place like this.
I ended up bringing the bit rate down to, I think, 8 or 7,000. It's one of those, I don't want to go any further because I know with the bit rate, that's what makes the streams look good and all that jazz. But again, I'm trying to fix this issue because the only other option I have is resetting the stream again and turning on this setting, which will downplay the quality, but it will keep, the bit rate steady. And I don't know, that's the better option or just keep knocking down the bit rate would be the better option here.
Well, at
But
least
it's
the
slowly
neighbors are
going
friendly.
down. Hopefully it'll level itself out. I feel good enough to go ahead and get the stream started. Not like the bestest, but it's way better than what it was when I first got everything set up because it was like red dropping. It was spiked up to about
I wonder
20%.
if His Highness is in need of anything.
But yeah, I think roughly around this time should
Trusty
be
sure would
fine.
love the
We may have
swells around
some
here.
lags, but it'll be all right. All right, go ahead, bring that down. Wait, there may be one more thing I could mess with. There could be one more thing I could mess with. Hear me out. How about right there? All right, there we go.
Huh?
No, wait. Let me bump that back up just a bit.
Oh, son, this
Yeah,
won't
there
be
we go.
fair
There
to
we
this
go.
place of
Okay.
mine.
Now let's go ahead and get this started.
Ah,
What's up, everybody?
what a
My name's Amanda
day.
Plays 93, and today's episode, wonderful episode. We're back with Disney Dreamlight Valley because it is our fantastic and wonderful Decorating Fridays. Now, with our Decorating Friday, because I finished off with the what was the pixie section I was working on last week off the stream. we are moving on to the flower section now. I kind of put like a hold on the theme park section that I initially wanted to do because I'm still trying to debate on how I want to do it. But yeah, we're going to check out the Scrooge's shop, see if there's anything new. I doubt it because lately there hasn't been anything new. But we're going to do that and go on over to the ranch and get started on that because I'm kind of excited to get into the flower section. I've kind of laid everything out pretty nice.
Have you ever heard Ariel sing? Oh, she has the most beautiful
Okay, let me
voice.
take a gander around. I don't know why I do this to myself. Like, I know after a while that there's nothing new in the shop, but I just do it out of habit. I just do it out of habit at some points. Okay, but I do believe, yeah, everything's looking good. We're at least in the green. That's the main thing I'm like looking at. So y'all see me like look over here. I'm not looking into y'all's soul. I'm looking at my KBS to make sure it's not gonna drop. And we're in the green. We're in the green. It's not like green. Okay, let me phrase it. It is green in some sections, and they'll bump down to like a light green, which is still pretty good. Still pretty good. Again, a lot better than what I saw when I initially started, which was green, immediate to yellow, then immediately to red. It was just like.
Hope you have a full market day.
But yeah, I was looking into that last night, and they're like, it's a bitrate issue. I'm like, well, what's wrong with my bitrates? Shouldn't be
Hey,
any
you never
different.
know what you can do
No,
until
it was
you
different.
try,
I don't know
right?
what OBS was thinking. I really don't know what they were thinking, but yeah, that that was over 10,000. I'm just like, dear God. My thing is, I don't even remember. I remember I turned it up to I think 9,000 at one point because I noticed that there was some pixelating issues, and they said, "Hey, turn the bit rate up. That should help with some of that pixelated issues." So I bumped it up, I think, by 2. So it should have only been like 8 or 9 at that point. I don't know why it went to 10,000. Like it's just weird. All right.
Totsy, Totsy, what a
What
day!
do we got, Scrooge? Probably nothing. All right, one more shop. Just one more shop. Oh. Alrighty. And this is some peaceful music that I need. I know that's random as hell to say, but I was looking at the dark screen as we were loading in. I couldn't help but think of some of the things that was happening to me last night while playing Resident Evil 9. Oh, I said a joke at the wrong time. I didn't even mean to. I didn't even know what was about to happen. I felt so bad. Because I didn't know the guy, but I felt kind of bad because, I didn't trust the man. See, what had happened was a little spoiler alert for the scene in Resident Evil 9. But, so, we escaped the care center, right? I have Emily on my hip. We're running down the courtyard. We come into a helipad. Boom, there's a guy named Harry just standing there. He introduces himself with a messed up leg. I'm like, all right, suspicious. The fact that you haven't left yet, and you claim that the only reason you haven't left is because you can't get to the helicopter key that Victor is currently having in his office down here for some reason. Don't know why. He just took it and ran. But yeah, I first didn't like the guy, and I was like, all right. I'll do it, but I don't trust you. So I go, do the thing, get the key, run the hell up out of there because Victor put self-destruct mode out. Typical Resident Evil, you know? Like, you gotta admit that every Resident Evil would not be complete without a self-destruction section. True. True facts. Don't believe me, look up every Resident Evil. Seriously, look up any Resident Evil. You will always find one self-destruction sequence. So, you know, I was pretty happy about that. Unfortunately, it didn't seem very timed. I think it was like scripted, you know? They were just giving me plenty of time to run through and dodge all the blister heads. But I digress. Point is, I run through, I get into the helicopter with the dude, I throw him the keys, we start, you know, trying to take off. Well, of course, we get surrounded, right? We get surrounded. All these zombies are climbing up on top of the helicopters. We are panicking. And by we, I mean Grace. Grace is panicking. I'm over there screaming, Grace, shut up, man. Shut up. Let him work. Let him do his thing. And she just, come on, man. Come on. Just make it go faster. I'm trying. Like, he is trying. Fair enough. He is trying. But yeah, no, we finally get the helicopter off the ground. We struggle a minute to shake some of the zombies off with no luck. I'm going to be 100% honest. There was no luck behind that. We ended up crashing because a zombie, you know, busted through the windshield. Grace panicked, slammed the helicopter into a building. We hit that landing. We're sitting there with Grace. She's on the ground. Just, oh my God. And I couldn't help myself. I saw that we finally got out of the care center, so the first words out my mouth was, well, on the bright side, at least we're out of the care center. And then the moment I said that, we turned to look at Harry. He's been impaled by a helicopter blade. He did. You can see the realization on my face. I'm just like, yay, we made it. Oh. Oh, man. I felt so bad about that. But I have to admit, Resident Evil 9 has been setting me up for some fantastic one-liner jokes and a lot of troll moments. And I mean that in a good way, you know, not like, oh, they're trolling me, so they're making the game bad. No, they're trolling me in a funny way. Like, at one point I was playing Leon, and I walk into this room, and I noticed that there's a bunch of bodies just kind of all over the place, but they don't have any heads, right? And my first thought is, well, on the bright side, at least none of these assholes are going to be waking up. Not realizing that there was one asshole in that room that still had his head attached. And the moment I said that, actually, no, I take it back. Maybe about 2-3 seconds later, after I said that, he woke up and became a blister head. And as you don't know anything about blister heads, let me kind of break it down for you. If you're a Resident Evil fan, you'll get this reference. It's not, I'll explain it in a different way. They're like crimson heads, but on crack, okay? Now, for those who are non-Resident Evil fans, to explain what a blister head is, basically, it's like a mutated zombie on steroids that just won't stop. They like big old swollen heads, and they're aggressive like animals. They run on all fours sometimes, and they just swing. They're like 28 weeks later or something like that. How do we get started over here? But yeah, I've been having a great time with Resident Evil 9. Like, it's just been a blast. I've been having so much fun getting jump scared. Oh my God, that basement and the care center scared the hell out of me multiple times. Like, I'm talking about multiple times. Ooh, wait a minute before I put that down. I'm gonna need more. Or. But the gravel, I'm gonna have to get more pebbles, because I know I'm running low on that. Ooh. How do I want to do this? Because I'm thinking of this as the main pathway from that area, starting over here and bringing it here. I could just buy some more though, save me some crafting. Because I mean, this is nice. Like this is really nice, nice pathing. Screw it, let's do it. Gotta go to Scrooge's. Whee! But if y'all are, first let me have a stroke. Second, let me reword that. If you are a fan of Resident Evil or Resident Evil 9, I do have gameplay of me playing it. YouTube's just not pushing the video out. I don't know if it's just because of one reason or another. I don't know. But I do have a playlist. It's there. If you're interested, go ahead, check it out. I've been having fun. I've been having loads of fun. Okay. Yeah, we'll get the one with the border. I had no idea how much we're going to need. I will say, though, Leon has been killing me with his one-liners, as per usual. They have not changed that about him at all. Granted, he's more tired. I will admit that. He is much more tired, but it makes sense. It really makes sense. I mean, think about it. At this point in the story, because we're also thinking of the fact that they're making the CGI movies also canon.
Hope you have a bull
Thanks, Scrooge.
market day.
But Leon's been doing this since he was, what, 22? He was young. He was young. I can't remember if he was 21 or 22. But yeah, he was a young guy. And he's been doing this for 30 years. Fighting mutated monsters, zombies, evil government buildings. Hang on, let me reword that. Evil government... Oh god, what's the word I'm looking for? My choo-choo jumped off the track. Evil government conspiracy. There we go. Yeah, he's been fighting that. He's been fighting bullshit left and right for 30 years. And all he wanted to do was be a cop. The man's tired. He's not like Chris over here, who, first of all, I'm just going to say this. Anybody else getting a little annoyed with Chris? He's always talking this big game of, oh, I can handle this. But yet he keeps showing up late. The man is good with a lot of things. Don't get me wrong. He's great with his hands. He's great with strategizing. He is not great with his timing. He is bad at time management. And I feel like somebody should teach him time management. But speaking of Chris, we haven't heard anything about Chris so far in my gameplay. Granted, right now, I think the only people who have been mentioned and we have seen has been Leon, Sherry, and I think... No, Chris wasn't mentioned. The BSA was mentioned. But yeah, we haven't seen Claire, Jill, or Chris yet. But hell, I haven't even gotten to Raccoon City yet. So my main hope is once I get to Raccoon City, maybe somebody's there. I'm gonna be honest. I don't see, Claire hanging out there, but maybe Chris is there. Like it would make sense. Oh yeah, we're gonna need way more, especially doing it this way. Ooh. We may have to buy 400. I'm gonna say 400. 400 pieces. Let's go with 400 pieces. Game? Don't do this to me, man. Alright, let's head back to Scrooge's. Like I said, I didn't know how much we were gonna need. Granted, though, I feel like there's probably no harm in buying extra, being that, you know, we can sell it back now.
Greetings, neighbor.
Greetings, Scrooge. Okay, so. We'll need about 400 pieces. This could take a minute. So, how's everybody's day going? You know, I say that and I kind of want to take it back now because I know some of y'all are probably going to reply with depressing. Because if y'all don't know, I'm going to make your day depressing anyway because you know what? My day started off kind of depressing after I heard this news. Chuck Norris died. He was 86 years old. I was very upset to hear about that. You know, not to the extent of like bawling and sobbing and stuff like that, but I was kind of upset about that because I like Chuck Norris. I grew up with Chuck Norris. I thought that man would live forever, like 100%. I thought that man would live forever. You know, I may want to move that well over here. I think about it. We got like one here, one here, one here. We need one about right here. But yeah, I don't know how he passed away. I just saw a YouTube short going R.I.P. Chuck Norris. I thought, all right, this is a weird joke, but okay. And then Eric sent me an article that said, man, this sucks. We're doomed. And it was Chuck Norris passed away. No, this way. It is kind of sad though, because the man was a good man. Good fighter, great actor, good man at heart. Never really heard anything bad about Chuck Norris. Okay. No, we could do it like that. Bring the trio, because I want the tree in the middle. I think that would be super cute to have this as a centerpiece. Okay, spread that out. Oh, I really hope we don't use up all our Scrooge spending today on just some pathways. Because you know we have limits. Granted, it's not as bad as they were, because I remember when the limit was like 25. Oh, that was a bad time for me as a decorating person. You know how many builds I had to stop mid-build because I ran out of things I could buy? I said I had tons of streams of that, which I'm totally glad they actually decided to change that. Does make decorating a lot easier now. Oh, no, not that way. Oh, gotta connect. Alright, I'm sure I can bring this in just a bit. Oh, that's definitely not in the middle. Whoops. Must have scooped that a little too much over. Alright, let me fix this. And then cut this off. We'll redo that. Got that. There we backed up too far, too far. Although I will say, once I get done with Resident Evil 9, the next fun game I would be playing would be Fatal Frame Remake. I am super excited about that one. I have been patiently waiting for this one. Alright, cool. Which I'm hoping that's going to be fun. Now, I'm debating on whether or not to buy it on Steam and play with it on my computer, or if I should go to Miss Mary, because I will no longer be buying PlayStation Online stuff. Let me rephrase that. I will no longer be buying stuff strictly from the PlayStation Store because of the convenience of it being online. And the reason why is because conveniently I went to go buy Fatal Frame yesterday. And as I clicked on Fatal Frame to go buy it, I realized, whoopsatology, I'm using Eric's credit card. Let me switch over to my credit card. Now, before I tell you the rest of the story, let me tell you this. When I hit buy Fatal Frame, it said 50, I think 53 and some change. Okay? I then literally switched to my card. My card. It went up by $1. And I was like, oh, so it's already here. That dynamic pricing that they told us that they were going to start implementing. And I don't give a shit if it is just $1. I'm not going to pay extra just because you feel like I need to pay extra. See, I'm not a firm believer. You want to start dynamic pricing? Well, I got a thing called dynamic paying, where if you want to, charge me whatever because, it's the turn of the century, the new moon's on a Tuesday, so I'm going to charge you $3 more. Well, my philosophy is all I got is $2 in my pocket. That's all you're getting. Well, we can't do a deal. Then I guess we're not making a deal. I'm not going to pay what they want me to pay. So I know what you're thinking, but Amanda, if you're not going to pay on the PlayStation, then how are you going to buy it on the PlayStation? See, we all know that PlayStation, especially PlayStation, now Xbox, I feel like they're a little bit more lenient, but we know PlayStation for a fact hates game stores. Them and Nintendo, they hate game stores because of the idea of, buying pre-used games. Well, luckily, we still have a fantastic and wonderful game store here in our town, run by a woman who I absolutely love. Her name is Miss Mary. And she is an independent business owner. So she does not work for GameStop. There we go. So she, I know for a fact, will cut me a good deal. So I am debating on whether or not to buy me a physical copy from Miss Mary or buy a digital copy on Steam. But PlayStation will not be getting my money on that aspect. Now, I know I'm just a drop in the ocean to them. It's no big deal. So if it's no big deal, they shouldn't miss me, right? Only bit of money they'll probably get from me is anything dealing with the PlayStation Plus. But if they start messing with me too much on that, well, I guess I'll be moving a lot of shit over to the computer, huh? There we go. Like, I hate to be that, that mean about it, but I'm sorry, it's getting on my nerves. It just shows you how greedy PlayStation's getting. And it's just like, bro, I've been supporting you for years. And why should I pay more because I support you? That makes no sense. I should actually be getting discounts, like dead ass. If you're going to do this, you should have it to where if there are loyal customers who have been with you for X amount of time, give them discounts. Give them this, give them that. But no, 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 no. You're going to charge the people who've been loyal to you more money because well, they've been loyal to us, so they're just going to give us more money. And the people who barely buy games, you're going to trick them to buy a game by, well, putting it on sale for them. And, yeah, I'm not for that. Oh, wait, I think I gotta back that up a bit. No, crap. There we go. All right, that looks good. I like that. I may make that pathway in the back a little bit wider, though. Oh, yeah, sorry to go on a tangent about that, but I also figure I will let you guys know, as y'all probably also fellow video game players who probably either play on console or on something. Just let y'all know if y'all decide to go with PlayStation, they are implementing their dynamic pricing. So you could be paying more money because, well, they think you could pay more money. And you know what the sad part is? I was really starting to think about it. You know what dynamic pricing is? Discriminating with extra steps. Think about it. That's all it is. Yeah, let's make that a bit bigger on this side. Come on, grab it. There we go. Oh, crap. There we go. And that's roughly about the same. I'm trying to debate if I want to make this one a bit wider. Hang on. Yeah, I feel like maybe making that a bit wider. Yeah, both of them. All right, there we go. And then grab this, bring it down. Oh, crap. I think I went up by one too much. Damn it, I did it again. There we go. And then that. There we go. Damn it, I did all that measurement and I was still wrong. Fine, put it back, put it back. Oh. I'm playing way too much Resident Evil. Way too much Resident Evil. That's the edge. There we go. Alright, a bit wider. That looks a lot better. Alright, let's make this more in the middle now. Go ahead and delete that. Oh, nope, nope, too far over. Okay, grab this. There we go. Alright, I think that should be pretty centered. Not like perfect centered, but a little bit more centered than what it was over here. Alright, lovely. I think that looks good. Yeah, that looks great. Alright. To be honest, I love this pathway, but I hate it with the border ever since they did that update where you can now see like in between. It's like you see the border and you see like sticking out a little bit. It's deadly unpleasing to me. Like, look. Unless they fixed it. Last I checked they did. Yeah, you see how it's outside the border? Yeah, I don't like that. I don't know what they've done, but it wasn't always like this. That's why I have not used that border in so long. It's just because it's not aesthetically pleasing to me anymore. Alright, I guess we'll use this one. This is one of my favorite go-tos. But I'm gonna have to craft some more. Do I have a crafting station down here? I'm not sure. No, I don't. Oh, I did. Okay. I'll put a temporary one. There we go. Now, I swear to God, if I put this down, the red dot better not appear. Remember, guys, if the red dot appears, it's because I put this down. Just keep that in mind, because I don't trust it. Alrighty, so yeah, let's start over here first. And let's grab this. Oh, crap, we can't do too much. I just realized we are running low on hardwood. Ooh, that's not good. I only have just the 7, too. Damn. Come on. There we go. No? Are you kidding me? It's gonna be slightly off. The audacity. All right. Let's see. How's that? Next. I'm trying to get something very similar to that. No. It's overlapped. Okay. Like that. Okay. Yeah, that works. There you go. Bring this one over. Bro, I don't think they can hear you. I'm about to say I got yeah, to help with the S problems and shit like that. I had to get like a noise suppressor. Because I noticed that last night while I was going through the footage for Resident Evil. Remember you came in while I was doing that puzzle and we had that conversation? You can somewhat...
For talking, I asked you about Corky and whether Corky was ready to come in. Yeah, I went back to the TV because it was literally replaying our conversation. Yeah, no.
Yeah, when you're like standing right here talking, you come out muffled. Like you can somewhat pick up some of the words. Yeah. Oh, you're welcome. I don't know about that because I would like to have a straight line. Sorry about that. That was my roommate. Yeah, something like that. Oh, what if we move this over here? Nah, 'cause I like it right here. It looks good. Let's craft like another one or two. Oh, I feel a sneeze coming. Yes, no, maybe. Oh, now because I'm thinking about it, it's going away. Okay. Fair enough, Mr. Sneeze. Fair enough. Oh, there we go. Yeah, let's go with 2. All right, so how many more am I gonna need? 1, 2. I laugh because that sounds about right. Right at the perfect measurement. It won't go completely there. It will go above it, it will go below it, but it won't go there. Okay, but we will grab 2 more. Oh. Every time, man, every time. Okay, now there is a few things I gotta go grab from the main valley. Sunlit Plateau. Alright, I just want to grab a handful of stuff that's over here in our orchard section. And I'm gonna be honest, I'm probably gonna rechange this section again. Oh. Man, that's a lot of nice pathway I could save. No, let's not get overly too hasty. Okay, I wanted this table. I don't even know why I have this random table here. I will admit, I was looking through my design choices the last couple of weeks, and I will admit, it looks gorgeous, but it just doesn't make any sense. Like, we have a table with food, but yet we have the campsite over here, so shouldn't the table and food be over here? Crafting station here, crafting station here, seating area, seating area. Like, it just doesn't make any sense. It makes no sense. I guess at the time it just looked good. Actually, yeah. Now, see, these can stay. Because I want to get those back to Simba and Nala when I make their section. But I'm thinking about moving them over there where Maribel's at. And basically have Maribel and the Lion King have their own section. But I'm trying to think of some other jungle-like theming I can do. Because unfortunately, we're kind of limited on that. We have beach themes for days, though. Beach themes for days. Grab that. Oh, I have memories. Okay, yeah, like this, like this. This makes no sense. Granted, though, it's cute. It's cute. Makes no sense, though. Okay, anything else I want? Yeah, grab the pots, the pans. Nah, those are too jungly. I don't think those would look good in the flowery spring section I'm working on. Now this, on the other hand, may. Grab this. There we go. This will also save us a little bit of crafting for that. Because again, I don't want to take too much from this. Because I do, plan to keep the general gist of this with the orchard and everything. We're just going to be reworking it. Because I don't know if I want to keep it here. 100% transparency, guys. When it comes to this section, I am always at a loss what to do with the Sunlit Plateau. Because initially, it was Lion King and then a lot of Savannah stuff, like with Up, which reminds me I could put that in the jungle. But now that we actually have a jungle, it feels more appropriate to move them here. So then, of course, I made this. So once I move everything, I don't know what I'm going to do with this section. I really don't know. Oh, and we don't need that. Actually, no, leave that. Alright, I think I grabbed everything. Well... Do I have another one, or it's just the one? I think it's just the one. Alright, we'll leave that then. I say, come on, game, don't fail me now. Oh. I must say, game, game, why you doing this? Why you doing this to me? Okay, so we're gonna have to sort this by oldest. I'll say it should be pretty close to the bottom, right? It was something I crafted pretty early. Oh, there we go. Yeah. And to be honest, I don't know if I have one over there with Jack Skellington's stuff. Which I don't even want to go over there at the moment because I know if I do, I'm going to start decorating over there. Because I don't know if I told y'all this plan, but to let y'all know of the plan, all of the area over there in the Forgotten Land is getting moved to the Forest of Valor. We need more space for our spooky town, and the Forgotten Lands is just not big enough for it. Right. What else did I need? I know some flowers, of course, but I could sort that out differently. Wait. Before we start, like, putting these flowers over here, technically, I'm thinking about it, this would be our fruit section. Our veggies or whatever. Over here would be our flowery section, I think, or... Yeah, I decided to do it over here, and then this was just going to be its own little, like, cute flowery house. Like a botanical garden or something, you know? Why? Why can it never be centered? That's so aggravating. So aggravating. Fine, we will do it the aggravating way then. know what? That works. That works. Oh, I hate when that happens when it's off by like a centimeter. That could be one thing if it's off by like a couple of inches or even a mile, but it's the centimeters. It's the centimeter ones that get me. Same thing with my editing. I've done that by accident, especially when I'm like tweaking with certain like edits and stuff like that. I won't pull it all the way to the next section and it'll be off by like a microsecond. And granted, you know, it's one of those, if you blink, you'll miss it kind of situation. But because I am very anal about watching the edit, I will see that 1 second, that microsecond of black screen and go, nope, it's ruined, gotta start all over again. I'm not even joking. What? I don't even know which direction that was going. Okay, you know what? Start it over. Ah! What were you connected to, you asshole? Like, seriously, what were you connected to? This one string of hope? Alright, let's try that again. I wish I could get that just a bit closer, but that ain't happening. Game Loft, a little quality of life update. Kids, we just a smidge, you know, just a little bit, you know, overlap the pathway so we can have a bit more of a smoother, cleaner pathway. Like, I don't know what the complicated issue is, but I was very much like that. Always irks me when I see just a gap. Which means I gotta put extra decorations down to fix the gap. Which again, don't mind, but it's just one of those, you know, slight aggravating things. Oh, ma. Let me think about this for a second. Again, we're low on, what is it, hardwood? We're very, very low on hardwood. So I'm definitely gonna have to be collecting some stuff real quick. Give me 1 second. We'll just move the vacuum down and just quickly grab as much of this wood as we can. I want to say this is the one we need for that particular pathway. Bring that over here. Seriously? I have so many trees around. We only have three little sticks. That seems so unfair. And to be honest, I don't think I have any sticks over here. Ha, I take that back. Alrighty, let's go over the valley real quick, grab some more. Now, worst case scenario is we, collect all the sticks and we still need more. What I'm thinking is probably borrowing some from the savannah section. Being that, like I said earlier, we're going to completely revamp that area. And I don't know if necessarily we're going to need all that pathway over there once we, start moving stuff around. But just in case, hey, I'm out of go-go juice. Just in case, though, we'll just grab supplies and then check that out. Right. And I want to say over here, or is it in the sunlit? I can never remember. I have a bad habit of just going to the back and grabbing sticks and running off. Never paying attention to which sticks they are. Yeah, let's go ahead and just pop these open. Okay. And pop this one. All right, they definitely do not want me finishing this one from top to bottom. No, bottom to top. All right, that should be the magical word today. Be what we need. Crap. What's the name of the section I'm going to? Ow. Hit my finger on my keyboard. Okay. So the stream is definitely holding up a lot better than what it was yesterday, and definitely a lot better than what it was on Wednesday. Oh, there is no section. It's just called the 100-acre. I guess it's part of the 100-acre section, to be honest. Yeah, the more I look at it, the more I think I'm just gonna move the theme park over here, but give it a pixie, 100-acre woods flair, you know? And then we'll just have all the Winnie the Pooh characters here. Because A, the carnival just looks so cute over here, but B, this is such a large section, and we don't have much going on for, Winnie the Pooh and crew. So I feel like this is such a large area for not a lot of stuff we could lay out. So instead of doing a lot of filler stuff or random stuff, let's be smart, and we'll just move the theme park here. Yeah. Yeah, mark that down. Do not take seat backs, Amanda. Do not take seat backs. I gotta tell myself that when I rewatch this later to see how everything looks. I had to remind myself of that too, because do you know how many times I've done that where I've been like, all right, guys, I'm going to do something right here and that's final. And then I go to do it and I'm just like, you know what? I think it'll be better over here. So no tixie backsies on this one. And they still won't let us go underneath. I don't know why. Like, seriously, I don't know why they won't let us go underneath it. Okay, that looks good, though. Do I have any? Either that one or this one. Oh, that's a tough call. Because granted, they both look good on top of the pathways. They both look good, and we can buy a bunch of these. Ah. And we got basically the same amount. And there is, I was going to say, well, there is no wrong answer, but no, there is a wrong answer on this one. Yeah, let's get rid of right. Okay. Actually, can I put some bushes or something back there? Ooh, that's definitely too big. But let's grab this. I don't have any large ones, do I? Nope, nope, I do. I don't know how I feel about that. I don't know. Like, I want to like it, but I don't. I think it's the bush colors. I think it's just too dark for, you know, how bright and vivid it is. Granted, it's really hard to tell because, you know, it's thunderstorming, but I don't know. I don't like it. Okay, let me pull out a few more pieces of furniture. Where's that table at? And then we need the Aladdin stuff. There we go. Alrighty. What do you mean it's not Aladdin? I got it from Aladdin. No way, take that back. I crafted it. I crafted it. I do believe I did. Hang on. Let's scroll. Okay, we're gonna have to scroll like a minute. I gotta get to the Aladdin section. Storybook, Little Mermaid, Neverland, Alice in Wonderland, Easter. Here we go. Okay, I think that was all that we had. I'm sorry, I'm trying to figure out why I have 9 of these jars. What was I doing? Was it... No, because the Arabian market's fine. What was I doing with all these jars? And they're not even jars of dirt either. This is a jar of dirt. I know. Alright, how did it go? This is a jar of dirt. I know. Does it do anything? Only if you believe it to. But it doesn't look like it will. Well, if you don't believe it, give it back. No, I want it. Then it works. Or something like that. I will admit that was a favorite line for from her. Okay, so let's scroll back up, just double check. I went a little past, just double check the Eternity Island stuff. Oh, definitely gonna need some of these. So let's go ahead and put 2 out. I'll be honest, I think that's my spare. I think that's my spare gazebo. Man, throw that out. Alrighty, I think we are pretty good. Oh, which reminds me, I gotta grab all those flowers and stuff from down there. Let me just make sure there's nothing else like it. Oh, wait. I know what I'm missing. I don't know if it'll pop up if I type it in like this. Alright, where are my little things of flowers? Here we go. Here. Alright, almost done with this. Alright, I think I grabbed all the flowers. Hopefully I grabbed all the flowers. Oh boy, it stopped raining. Alright, before we carry on, I'm looking at the time. Why don't we sit down and do a little bit of boating? I kind of want to make up for last time we voted because some of those did not go through. Oh, that's cute. Oh, I like this. I like this. I really do. We'll go right. Now, I don't know if she necessarily makes a good hero. Because let's go back to, what was it, episode 2? Oh, Anakin, we can't be together. And she's wearing that sexily clad number. Like, I'm sorry, how can you tell a young man who has a fascination with you, Anakin, we can't be together, and you're throwing yourself at him wearing God knows a lack of clothing that you have. Like, seriously, we all seen her wardrobe. We've all seen her wardrobe. She's a good choice, though. She's cute. It's a cute picture, but it's just one of those. Is she really a good hero? Oh, she's Pocahontas, a modern Pocahontas. Okay. I do like both of these, but I'm gonna give it a right because I like the modern telling of this. Jasmine, a sorcerer. Okay. I'm gonna go with Jasmine. Vanellope. Okay. The Mad Hatter. Fair enough. Fair enough. Oh. I like the theming to the left, but right looks really, really good. Yeah, we'll go right. We'll go right. Oh, that's adorable. Okay. All right. I like both of those too, but we'll go left. Oh, okay. I like this. Tinkerbell, good choice. I'm gonna go right. Oh, that's cute. A little Cinderella section. And Tangle. Okay. I'm gonna give it a right on this one. I love Rapunzel. I love Rapunzel. Don't get me wrong, Cinderella's nice, but Rapunzel's my gal. All right, Mother Nature. Fair enough. Fair enough. I mean, that's at least the vibe I'm getting here. Just Mother Nature. All right. Yeah, I gotta go right on this one. Charm. Took me a second, but it's Charmed. Good choice. Very good choice. Now, are we talking about the first season of Charm with oh god, what's her name? Prudence? Or are we talking in once oh god, what's her name? What's her name? She was in Scream. I can never think of her name, but she was in Scream. She was like the redhead sister, I think. I want to say that's the one they're portraying here is that particular season on forward with Paige. The character name was Paige, but I can't remember the actress who played her. Good choice though. Good choice. I like that. All right, cute, cute, but I gotta give it to the charm over here. Ooh, Peter. Okay, okay, I like. But I want to give it to Peter Pan. All right, I like this little simple setup with Hades. Oh, spinning Olaf. Yeah, I want to give it to Hades though. I had a. I should have done what I did Wednesday, where I literally took 3 photos and then back out, 3 photos and then back out. I am sorry, guys. I am so sorry. That irks me because again, they just took your vote away. Game Loft just took your vote away. Game Loft said no, 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 no vote for you. And you can say, well, Amanda, it said error. This is an error that has been going on for a minute. On what was it, 1 update ago or 2 updates ago, and it's aggravating. It's aggravating that it's back because it's not fair. Not fair. I just went through all those photos and I won the bet. None of them counted. None. 0. Zilch. You know, we'll just do 3. I'll do some extra voting off stream. I'm sorry. I'm a little demotivated now. I'm very demotivated now. And it's nothing against y'all. Y'all have some fantastic photos. It's the fact that I literally just sat here for I don't know how long voting, talking to you guys about it, and at the end, oh, nope, error, sorry, none of that counted. Let's say, do we have any regular bushes? Because we could do this. I feel like it's too jungle theme, you know? Well, actually, not too bad. I was like, can I bring it up a bit? I could bring it up and over a bit. Yeah. I mean, I like it, but then I don't. Mainly because I feel like that would probably be better in one of the flower sections. If I was going to bring this over. Alright, what else do we have? What else? Again, we may not use all these flowers, but I just want to throw all the flowers I have out, so I know what I'm looking at. Okay. Alright, we got the other flowers over there. Alright, and unfortunately our palm tree still MIA. That was funny though. I told that to Andrew, and he was like, "You know what? Maybe Game Loft is trying to be more realistic here." I was like, "What do you mean?" He was like, "Did you know it takes palm trees like 40 years to grow just a sproutling?" I'm like, "What do you mean it takes 40 years?" He was like, "Yeah, no, it takes a long ass time for a palm tree to grow. So maybe Game Loft is just using realistic time framing for the palm tree. That's why it died." No, hang on, let me rephrase that. That's why it disappeared. It died and now it's regrowing, and in about 40 years, it'll be back. And it's raining again? Ah, ay caramba. Oh wait, I need to look in the trees. Where is it? Did I pass it? Nope. Oh. I like the color, but the size. Yeah, that's just too big to work with in such a small area. We had those Alice in Wonderland hedges. I'm gonna have to buy some more, but we can always give that a shot. Now I'm looking for some hedges. But unfortunately, we're not having the size I need. Ow. Again, with my finger.
When I tell Grimsby about this place, he's never gonna believe me.
Scrooge, where'd you go? Oh man, you're in the cluster. Alright, fine.
Greetings, neighbor. Thank you kindly. Good
You're
day to you.
welcome. I'm glad to get you out of that cluster. Alrighty, I need Alice in Wonderland. Which reminds me, I want to look up on Steam and see if I can't find a copy of Alice Madness Returns. Because I would love to play that again. I actually have a copy of it on my PlayStation 3. Which that's actually a replacement copy because my brothers took it upon themselves that basically they thought I didn't need my video games as much as they needed their, habits. And I don't mean nicotine habits either. I mean other habits. Other illegal habits. But yeah, they thought those habits were more important than my video games, so they stole my video games and then tried to justify it by saying, oh, we only took the games we didn't think you would notice or care about. Homie, I noticed and I cared very much. Like, I noticed and I cared very much about that game. Okay, seriously, where are those hedges? I could have sworn I got them in an Alice in Wonderland bundle, right? The maze set.
I imagine the clouds are in tears again. Poor things.
No, it wouldn't be trees. Not lighting.
Gee, there's some mean old birds around here.
Where is it? Where is my maze kit? I need my maze kit. Would it be here? Alright, I feel like the game is definitely gaslighting me right now. Because they're like, well, here's the Hawaiian one. I'm like, no, I want the Alice in Wonderland one. Granted, though, I'm sure that will look really, really cute. But the Alice in Wonderland ones are bigger. And the game is gaslighting me. Oh my god. Okay, so it's not popping up on the Allison tab. It's not popping up under foliages. landscaping, our trees. We're gonna have to do it this way. We're gonna have to do it this way. I hate doing it this way because I don't know how far I gotta scroll. I know it's gonna be a minute because I bought that like a while ago. Right, I know it's in the shop again, but I bought it when it initially came out. Okay. The seaside, the Mulan. Here we go. Here we go. Okay, what is it under? Outdoors, temporary wall. Okay. Oh, back it up.
Whoa!
Alright, so we'll type in wall and see if it'll pop up. And it's still raining. Okay. I thought I had a longer one. That's what I'm like hesitant for. I'm like, I thought there was one more that was a bit longer. But I could be wrong. Now, I do like that. But I don't know for this section. Because something's got to go. It's either that's got to go or these got to go. Because it's not working as I want here. And unfortunately, I feel like if we put any bushes there, it's just going to be a little tricky to place. Yeah, a little tricky. If I could get up here, that would be cute. But unfortunately we can't because this path thing. Let me see. What if I rotate this one like that? Okay. All right, definitely cute. Let's see if I can't put this back in the middle like I want. All right, fabulous. Okay. Now let's go with this one. I had it for a second. There we go. God, the placement of this thing is also very large. Let me throw that one over here. Now let's put this back on the ground like here. And I want to sprinkle some like fruits and stuff on these tables. Just like that. Cute. All right, slowly coming together. I think we may want to move this over here, though. One there. There we go. I like it, but I really didn't need to move that. So yeah, let's put everything back. 'Cause I really didn't need to move that. I could just bring this up. Hopefully. Alright, just want to make sure I'm not too far back. Come on, where is it? About right there. And then there. Grab this. Oh. All right, that looks adorable. Let's take a look. Thank you, Sunshine, for coming in. All right, I like that. It looks so cute.
I wonder what Jack is doing today.
I have not seen him all day, Sally, so could not tell you. All right, split. All right, and then might slide that one here. There we go. That is super cute. Yeah, I like the way this turned out. It's very simple, but it's efficient. It's very efficient. All right. Now, let's do the flower section, or at least get it all laid out, because we're getting close to that time for us to wrap up. Okay, let's see here. I may want to look into crafting some more stuff like this. Let's see. Scroll down, scroll down. Okay, let's see what we got. Definitely need the corner. And oh, bubbles. I want to get some bubbles, which I don't know how many bubbles I got. I would like some bubbles though. I feel like that would be really, really cute around around this section. Did I pass it? Okay, so we got this out. Just built this. I can only make the one. I was like, why can't I make more? I can only make the one. That's why. Fine. Alrighty. Oh, would it? Yeah, it has to be like this. That over, bring this over. Okay, I can't tell if I want to do it like in the middle or if I want it next to it. Because, I mean, it does go next to it. There's no issue with that. But yeah, I don't know if I want to do it here or do it here. But I feel like we should probably worry about that later. Because right now, we are at that 2-hour marker. I feel like we did really, really good today. We got our general pathway done. And it looks really, really cute with this whole little centerpiece right here. And we got our fruit and vegetable section done here. Which again, turned out really, really cute. Simple, but cute. So now, when we get back, either Wednesday, we got time, we'll continue on. Or, you know, as per usual, Friday, we'll just come back to this section and then probably make our way over to that section there. But so far, so good. It's all looking great. But let's go ahead and start wrapping things up for today. Alrighty, guys. I'm glad the stream held up very well. I do not know why the bit rate went up so high the way it did. Hopefully, we don't have any more issues come next week with this. You know, I don't mind like a couple little frame rate drops here and there. But when it started like going to the yellow and going to the red, that's when it became an issue. So hopefully we got everything stable and it looks good. And I would also like to apologize yet again for GameLoft not letting the votes count. It sucks because those are some really great photos we voted on. But, you know, glitches happen. But let's start wrapping things up for today. I hope everybody who has watched, is watching, will watch. I hope you enjoy. I hope everyone has a fantastic and wonderful night. And guys, don't forget, if you're enjoying my Disney Dreamlight content, or any of the other fun, fantastic things I do here on the channel, you know what to do. You know the per-usual drill and all that fun jazz. And hopefully I catch you on another fantastic, wonderful episode here on the channel.